Well, hello there, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you, where you are. It is 9:02 in the morning here in the rainy, misty Pacific Northwest. I have some subs to thank. I'd like to thank Nanny for a 53-month resub. Time just flies. And so do we. On dragons, I lost the thread of it. Tori Telling, thank you for the 6-month resub. Happy half a year. Almond 123 with a 16-month resub. Thank you very, very much. Chonky Twiz with a brand new prime sub. Welcome to the Squirrel Squad. Appreciate that. Dark Ale 75 with an 8-month resub. Thanks, guys. Steph the Bee with 43 months. Holy moly, thanks, Steph. Welcome back. Marome Hughes with some bits. Hype. And a hype train. First thing in the morning. Holy moly, kitty. We haven't even finished. Well, we barely even started our coffee. You want to come see? I think they deserve some purrs for the hype train, and it's really better if you do it because I can't. We've established this. I sound like a bear that's trying to rev up an engine. Do we all know Time Walking and Heroic drop season 2 or 3 gear this week? 2, which makes it Garbo. DMF rep buff for the intro quests. Yes, I did that yesterday. Morning all, do we know? Oh, I read that one. Good morning. We have established that. The weekly for the Time Walking at the very least gives season 2 gear. It's Aberrus Loot, which is icky, yucky, gross. Kitty cat. Hello. Hi. Hello. We don't want stinky Aberrus Loot. That's from the past. You're a cat of the future, huh? Hi. Thank you. Love the stream. Only run for transmog. If and you don't have. Only run for transmog if and you don't have. How do you get your hair so vibrant? It's a recent dye job. I did it on Tuesday. Oh, me doing the purring sounds. Yes, I've established that privately. You're gonna have to use your imagination. Will it count towards your vault? It's a good question. I do not know. That would be good. I am not going to be a very good authority on anything 10.2. I'm a little out of touch, and I'm just going to kind of mostly noodle around and hope for the best this week. I am in my Raid Guide Girl era, which means some shorter streams. I'm going to stream to 11 this week instead of 12. It's the normal stream slot, but we usually go over, but I'm going to try and chop it at 11. And what else? Oh yeah, gardening. But first, I wanted to see if this was worth... It looks like it might be, so let me get some stuff. Oh, I wanted to see if, because, you know, we got coffee to drink. I wanted to see if maybe the health pots were worth, because they're actually a material. Health pots and frozen focus are mats in the new health potions. I don't have that recipe yet, but I figured that maybe this was, maybe that would be good. So let me make some of those. Let's do a quick little 5 minutes of crafting. You know how that goes. We're going to load up on frost, because we're going to need that for a lot of things. So awakened frost. Give me, like... 2,000 of them? How much is that? 208k? Yeah, give me 2,000 of those. And then we'll also do some rousing frost because I can't be bothered to click on them. Let's get like 200 of that. Another 2k of those. And then I'm going to need some saxifrage. What are we saying? 800, 1,600 saxifrage? The price of it is recovering. It was lower than this before. And then we're happy with our Aachen Blue and our Vile situation for the moment. Am I rich yet? I recovered 200k on whatever that craft was that I did. Or I just like found 200k I didn't know I had. I think that's also part of it. I was like sitting on some convergence that I eventually moved. But feeling reasonable. Feeling reasonable. I'm not letting Flabby give me any seed money. He seems offended that I've spent my gold. Ahead of the patch. I kept enough of it. I'm gonna be fine. I need to save 100k to buy the new augment rune when we get there, eh? Frozen focus. Is this how many I want to do? 2,000 and then 20 of those and then 8 of those, 200. I guess that is how many I bought. Yeah, we'll do a batch of 200. Let's throw one of these up. And then we'll get a pet out just for good measure and make some stuff. You did not keep enough of it. Says who? For what? For who? Why not? My new one beeswax. Putting on the old winter jacket, finding a 20 in the pocket kind of deal. Oh, I thought this was a story for a second. I was happy for you. My small 100k gold heart was scared at that frostbite price. Choo-hoo. Do you understand super blooms if they're worth doing more than once a week? I read the Wowhead guide. So, like, not really. It seems that it is not very worth doing more than once a week. In theory, you could get extra scraps of rep for repeating it, but even that was reported to be working inconsistently to not working. Although they did do an emergency maintenance this morning. You get a main big dump of rep for doing them. Now, the planting thing, where you plant the flower and then you contribute the stuff, those I'm of a mind to spam because of cosmetics. I want to try and farm the blue ones for pet drops because they're really cute and that sounds like a fun thing to do. The frenzy is mostly good for getting more dew that you can use to grow more of the flowers. The follow the tree thing seems to be largely worthwhile, mostly for like once a week. But, like I said, I'm a terrible source of info this week, so don't take anything I say as gospel. Do Emerald Bounties drop gear? It's a great question. I think they can. They don't seem to do it super often. Profession talent catch-ups. There's more profession knowledge in the new zone, so that's kind of a catch-up in that there is more one-time treasures available. Got a mount from one of those yesterday? Nice. Yeah, I think there's one mount available, like the white winter saber, some kind of winter saber. There's one mount you can get from them. There's a bunch of pets. The pets are also available on a vendor, but like, I don't want to do that. I want them to drop. Yeah, Saga, I was invisible all of yesterday. I could not see my character in shadow form. I also sometimes, like, my Drake seems to go invisible on other characters, but it was especially bad on my priest with Cliff of Shadows. You can't see her at all. You know. I like to think that they just had a few things they had to ship the patch with in order to get it online. That they were, because they had such a long downtime, right? So I was daydreaming that maybe there were some things they were like, wow, we should fix this, but like, I don't know how yet. Later me problem. Send it. Get them up. Let the people in. Okay, so let's sell the frozen focuses. And then I want to check on tepid verses real quick as well. So we're going to check these guys up. Those guys up. We have loads of Awakened Frost, so that could also be put towards these. Those do seem good. How many could I make? 900's quite a few, especially because we're gonna get some multi-craft. But let's just let it rip. Oh, I need to update the drops command. There are drops. You can get them here. I do have drops enabled. I just need to update the command. What are they? Give me a second. Holy moly. Hold the horses and the donkeys and the goats and the, what else can you hold? Yourselves. I'm gonna do this one, and then I'm gonna get the drops page. It's probably on worldofwarcraft.com. I'm gonna make sure you guys aren't looking at all my logins. Log in with this one. Just kidding, you don't type passwords anymore anyway. Reset that one. News maybe. Where are the Twitch drops? 30% off select game service. Dottie Pet and White Riding Camel now live. So, Dottie is now until the 14th, and the Camel is the 14th to the 21st. There's my link. Cloudbot. Commands. Take a look at that. Yeah, there you go. All right, let's catch up. We had Celtic Viking with a 40-month resub. Happy 40 months. Cheers. Thank you for all your great content. Oh, thank you very, very much. Lesser Weevil with a 28-month resub. Thank you. Water Goddess 06 with 30 months. These are big resubs, guys. Appreciate it very much, Water Goddess. Haley with an 8-month resub. Welcome back. Woo! Resub went through. There you go. Thank you very much. Brennan UK with a 10-month resub. Thank you. Hannah Harmco with a 21-month resub. Appreciate it. And Amy Star A with a 12-month resub. Happy 1 year. Good morning, Hazel and friends. Good morning. Oh, look at all these achievements I'm getting. Fancy, fancy, fancy. Holy resub day. I know, right? Take 2 days off and we're in it. Got one of the new Druid travel forms. Love the new Boom Pin customizations. Ooh, I should dress up my Druid. At least one of my Druids. I should dress up my Night Elf Druid. I haven't taken a look at her forms. Does the tabard symbol for your guild tab have the symbol gone? Yes it does. It could be an add-on that we have in common, or that could just be kind of a patch bug. I'm expecting things to be kind of wonky for a while. Ended up clearing the glyph for now. Hopefully they patch it soon. Oh man, I'm enjoying being invisible. I'm a rogue. Bought Dottie Was Gifted. I bought it as well. I'm excited for the camel next week. Next week's streams will be good because I need to get that one. I never got the camel, but I have Dottie. Based on this, you should take 2 day breaks more often. Nah. I am going to take a long one though. Not this. I'm going to stream this week, but I'm going to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday next week, partly because I might want a little long weekend after raid guides, and partly because I made some appointments on Wednesday, so I got to go out and do that. I have a feeling I'm going to end up doing lots of cozy editing on Monday, and then doing lots of sleeping on Tuesday. So happy my laziness pays off. Finished Path of Ascension. Part that took the longest was getting the souls in the anima to update it. Yeah, there you go. Nice. How much gold are you averaging a day now? I don't know. I've only barely been crafting. I just kind of send a batch of stuff sometimes. I don't keep very close eye on my numbers. When do you expect raid guides to be posted? Anywhere between now, which seems unlikely, and like when the raid opens. When the raid opens, like the morning when servers come up next week is generally my deadline. I try not to be later than that, although I believe I have been. Beyond that, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. I might do, no, actually that might not be such a good look. Cozy editing is what you call it? Oh, it's so cozy. I have, a desk full of plushies. I have the warmest layers. I have a cat that sits in my lap. I am lo-fi girl. You put on the lo-fi and then you get yourself in the zone and you become one with the, little image with the little kitty cat. Could I save a warrior tier helmet? Presumably. That's a later us thing though. That's not this year. Raids are not, well, new raids not open. I suppose you could still do Aberrus. But you cannot get into a Myrtlesil just yet. Kitty, are you cozy? Are you comfy? Are you warm? I know my office, I'm not cheating to get the cat in my room, but this is probably the warmest room in the place right now because I keep the door mostly closed, not completely closed. It's hard to have doors completely closed with a cat, but... And then we have a little heat on in here. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. We're at the season now where I can feel it if I haven't turned the heat on in the other rooms because your bones start to hurt. That's how you know you're cold. Just the raid, not planning any dungeon guides this season. Some of the old ones may be passingly relevant, but they wouldn't have any updates. I did dungeon guides as early as... there's a Waycrest Manor one for sure, because I did them back in BFA. Sounds much better than frantically editing until 2 in the morning until I drop from previous raid tiers. I mean, the practice may be the same thing. We're just reframing the vibe. This point in the expansion, is it worth it to upgrade professions and all easier to buy enchants potions gear? It's much easier to buy them than to make them all yourself, especially if you're talking enchants and potions and gear. Making everything yourself would be a huge project. It's not too late to get into a profession though if you wanted to do you know, 1 or 2 of them. Having the opposite problem, AZ is still very warm. Both my laptop and partner's PC is making the room very toasty. Oh yeah, yeah. Climate control. It's tough. It's tricksy. I forget that I still need to water my plants in the winter because you need to water them less in the winter, you know. They enter a form of dormancy, but you also can't ignore them completely until March or else they get really crispy. So I've been trying to remember, especially when I have I'll keep my curtains closed sometimes to facilitate my cave gremlin life and to insulate a little tiny bit more heat into the place. But then I forget that I have plants behind there, and then I'll open the curtains and be like, oh yeah! Oops. If my plants could scream, they would have done so. I no longer have a Patreon. I have a similar setup on YouTube directly with YouTube memberships where I do a member-only video every month for my $10 a month members. It's Hazel's Home Videos. I show behind the scenes or like life stuff. Do you think professions were too complicated this expansion? On the whole, no. I loved them. I think that work orders need work. Work orders are not where they need to be. They're not usable enough. And I think that embellishes in particular kind of tipped the crafted gear thing over the edge of being not only complicated, but mandating that people engage with it. Because it's fine if crafting is complicated, if your audience is people that like crafting. But as soon as you make these specific gear embellishes mandatory for BIS, now you have a bunch of people that are just trying to raid log that are like, wait, I need to get a medal, the who's what's it now? And that's when you get people stressed out. I think it's fine if the item level of gear was comparable, and of course it gives you a way to kind of like fill in gaps of your gear and, you know, optimize for item level. But I think that you could take embellishes out of the whole system and it would have made the whole thing a lot more optional feeling. Is your troll druid vibing? What level is she? Same level she was when we ended the stream last time for sure. Aki Leonard with a 2-month resub. Kitty cat. She's flattened down to below camera level, but she is still here. Never had more fun gathering, and I love gathering. Shocked at how high item level gear is in the new zone overall. Yeah, they did a big boost to it. Yeah, I couldn't tell you about your guild, but I cut my hair last January so that it would be shorter. Yeah. Crafting system alongside other parts of the game can be overwhelming. I think gear crafting is definitely kind of a bit much for me. Mostly just because you can't specify quality on public work orders, which makes them basically unusable unless you're trying to gamble, which means that you have to talk to people. And I get that it's cool that communities have, like, you know, people, oh yeah, everybody got their lariat from this person, or this is the go-to for the gems, and you like kind of make note of the names that you're gonna work order to and stuff. It's cool. Is it a good fit for modern WoW? Maybe. I'm just antisocial. I'm just a little gremlin crab. My hardcore warlock is alive and well. Cash, I have no idea what you're on about, but I hope that you get the outcome that you want and that it gives you the feelings you were looking for. Could have less quality levels to reduce item bloat. 5 seems a bit much. 3 could be more reasonable, maybe. Nimiar, thank you for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Hi, Hazel. Hope you're having a beautiful day. Well, thank you. Hard if you don't have a big / active guild. I can see 3. For this stuff, there is 3. It's gear where there's 5. I think that's why I'm very biased to the crafting system as it applies to alchemy, because I've had a magical time in alchemy. I've loved alchemy. It's been great because it's not armor crafting, so I'm only dealing with 3 levels of stuff. My things like multi-craft is much more valuable. I don't have to deal with work orders. I can just interact with the auction house the way I'm used to. I love alchemy. It's been great. It's been really good for me. That's a decent amount of... Yeah, I bet we'll move it, though. I bet. Oh, uncommon, rare, epic. What we're looking at is... let me see if I can think of an example. There are... Here we go. So you have 5 different item level bands or qualities. The item is going to be epic, so it's outside of that. They've got like this bronze, silver, gold, and then blue, and then... I don't know, pentagon situation. That I feel like is a little much. Hey, Cassie Rose, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. More tepid versus? Any refreshing healings? Yeah. More tepid versus. What is there to actually do? I just want to do Mythic Zeros. Next week. This week, as far as actually do. I was hearing that people are mass AoE farming to get these blue BOEs to drop. I don't know. I'm just kind of taking it easy. I'm gonna poke around and look for collectibles and get some pets and stuff this week. I'm gonna try and do all the world quests as well. Lots of blue BOEs in the new zone. Did all the campaign quest offered? All the side quests could. All the world quests get me busy for a good while. Nice. I did the available campaign quests yesterday evening once the servers came up, and I actually watched a third of the cutscenes, half of the cutscenes. I watched a few of them. I watched the Vironoff thing because I was like, she looks familiar. And then I watched it and then I'm like, never mind. I'm just confused. I'm having a hard time getting, caring much about what Farak has to say because he's very, single-minded. He's very pro-fire, which is cool. He likes toasting things and he likes being toasty and he's very committed to the toast. And I don't know a lot else about what's going on with him, but maybe that's just because I haven't been paying enough attention. Anyways, I started skipping cutscenes when he was like, but toast. And then everybody would be like, but why? And he would be like, fire. And that's when they lost me. All right, check those up. All of them. Send it. See if anybody wants to buy any of that. And let's go find ourselves like a world quest or something to do. Tea Toast and Honey, thank you for the 14-month resub. Do you like my back trans mug? It clips with my hair. I think it came from an emerald blossom. I'm not 100% sure. I have 2 colors of them. Able to farm most pieces of the Elite Druid set. So worth it to see him so handsome on these cutscenes. My gnome was wearing her BlizzCon onesie at the time. She had her Wendigo hood on and like, you know, Vernoth and Alexstrasza are having their boss talk, and my gnome is in the background just like, what you guys doing? Do you see BlizzCon? She was extremely cool. I've updated my mog to show off the blue back piece, despite the fact that it clips horrifically with my ponytail. And then I did a bit of, I want to capture more wild pets and maybe look for some epic, or not blue versions of them. This is a nice mailbox. But I don't really have any super big important things for today. Let me actually, let's go get a buff real quick. I don't have anything super important that I have to do this week, which means that anything is the right answer. So I'm gonna get myself a Darkmoon Fair buff. I'm gonna go noodle around. I actually have some Darkmoon hats as well, but I'm saving those for when I really can't be bothered to go back. I'm gonna go noodle around, do some world quests, do some side quests. I don't know. Plant some flowers, do some gardening. Why not? Why not? Nervous about the World Soul Saga. See people like you skip all the lore. I think maybe I'll be okay. Yeah, it's not. I would say that it's really not necessary to know anything about the story to enjoy the game. I think that there is lots to be into without that. You certainly can, and people, I'm sure it enriches people's enjoyment of the game. But I wouldn't. It's nice to be somebody who is not made or broken by the story because it's let me enjoy the rest of the game without those peaks and valleys of this is really cool or this is terrible or this doesn't make any sense. You know, those can kind of just pass me by. Maybe get a contract. Are they selling them yet? Let me see. Dream Wardens? I don't really think there's anything. The only thing that there's... Oh, you can get them. 60,000 gold. Absolutely not. You're working for the Contract Cartel. The only thing that's really worth rushing the Dream Wardens rep for is the Augment Rune. And I'm not in that big of a hurry. I'll get that when I get that. That is a sick mount. Holy moly, that's cool. / aw. But you know, I'll noodle around and kind of do whatever I can. Apparently, the sweaty nerd strat for getting your rep higher is to not touch the store, like the campaign, the Emerald Dream campaign in your main at all, until you have done it and then ground to renown 10 on an alt to get that 10 bonus. Because that would then apply to your first playthrough of the campaign and all those big rep tokens on your main, and then you would get to a higher rep thing. This is not relevant to me because I have no interest in sweating that hard, and like I said, there's nothing really worth brute forcing out of Dream Wardens that it makes that sound like a good idea. But it is an option. Dumped all my Draconic Augment runes. Hope it goes well. One of those for free. Green ghastly thingies. Oh. Now, doing that, my main will go first. Yeah, same. The new gardening tools are my favorite. Prairie Sweaty could probably use some anti-transparent. Speaking of transparent, you want to see something cool? Did they fix it? Did they fix it? Ha-ha! Where am I? Who's to say? I don't know. You can see my back piece has some kind of an aura, apparently. Which is funny because it doesn't... no, it does show the lighting effect in the back piece. It's very subtle when you're wearing it. It's very obvious when you're in shadow form. Because shadow form with the glyph of shadows, it was doing this all day yesterday, and I think it's going to do it today. Ta-da! Let's not get used to that. Just turn off the LEDs in your back piece. Yeah. So we're not gonna worry about that too much. Portal to the Emerald Dream, once you've unlocked it, is over the bank over in this direction. It's a one-way portal, unfortunately. I kind of wish they would send you back, too. But, you know, Hearthstones are 15 minutes, so what's the holdup? Okie dokie. I am Renown 5, so I have unlocked the infusion situation. I'm still kind of figuring out what's going on with this. Clearly I have some kind of a, Dream Infusion extracted. I have some kind of a quest for it. Maybe I'm gonna focus on that one first. Dream Infusion extracted. Because something cosmetics. I also want to do the world quest. I don't need to do another super bloom. I could maybe mess with the frenzies. I mostly just want to plant blue seeds and see if I can get pets out of them. That would be kind of nice. I think that the blue seed will give me the same chance at a pet regardless of whether or not you get the epic bags out of it. You're just getting more like flight stones and Dragon Isle supplies and stuff for getting enough dew to make the bags upgraded. I'm not 100%, but it feels true. Oh, so I need to turn my minions and miners back on. Any new dungeons come? New dungeons? No. There's gonna be a new season. Oh, I'm a bird. There's gonna be a new season starting next week on the 14th, and that's gonna have a new dungeon pool, but it's remixed older dungeons, so we've seen them before. But maybe we haven't played them before. Not everybody did. I want minions and miner. Here we go. I was turning those off for PvP. Super blooms are repeatable as much as you want, really. The main bulk of the reward you're getting out of them, though, seems to be the weekly quest. So outside of doing it once a week, I'm not sold that it's really worth grinding super blooms, which might serve to make them, if everybody else comes to that conclusion as well, it might make them a little bit anemic later in the week. It's nice that you're not, forced to grind them or anything, but I feel like you could have put a little bit more rep on them, because what's the harm in letting people grind Dream Warden's rep? There isn't really anything crazy on it anyways. Am I doing this quest? Oh, I did it already. Or something. I did it. Let's go back and turn it in. It's starting when they opened up the area up the stairs. I think the dream portals will be there when you unlock it. Oh! Ooh, I want to check that out next time I go back. I didn't see that. If you want to get rep from the seeds, you need to keep the reward on the right blue and not purple. That must be a bug. That cannot possibly be working as intended. That would be really goofy. Those bloom fights go on forever. Yeah, they were long. There was a lot of health involved. Okay, so I got a pet, Rithro, Lesser Dream Infusion. My friend Flabby got 2 pets to drop from the flowers, and I'm like, they were really cute. They were both, one of them was Elmer and the other one was Snoots. And they're like those little, I forget what they're called, but... Was it not Elmer? A, B, C, D, E. Eh? Anyway. Raptor / cat / fox looking thingy. I have Elmer. Yeah, like the glue! I don't know why it's not showing my pet journal. Anyway. Emerald Bounty. Emerald Frenzy. Emerald Dream. Summon Rithro. Oh, okay. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? Which is totally not Emerald Dream content at all. I forgot to go check to see if the daily that I need is up at Whelp Daycare. I need one more daily for Axel. Hi. Summon Rithro. Obtain and learn Snore. So I can Did they give me a lesser dream infusion? I hope so. Obtain and learn snore. Dream hoof would have been cute too. She's just showing me how it works. This is the tutorial. So you have a pet that kind of looks like it. From the Wowhead Guide, it looked like there were a few different options. And then it worked. Okay. So now, complete activities in the dream to harness its energy. And then you get dream energy from stuff. And then she's going to give me dream infusions. That was like a tutorial dream infusion, I guess. Okie dokie. That's good with me. Hi. Hi, sweetie. Plant flower. How many weeklies are there? A couple of them. There's one for Super Blooms. There's one for Dream Warden's Rep. You also now can choose your Aiding the Accord weekly. I chose a Super Bloom version for that as well. Oh yeah, plant a dream seed from your inventory. So let's plant blue ones. Not level 70 yet. What to do when I get to 70? Complete the main quest. It's a big question. It's a big question with a lot of answers. New druid forms are out now. Yeah. Okay, so I'm gonna get one of those no matter what. Remind me what I get for leveling up this bag. Oh, better chances at the Winter Night Dream Saber mount. Oh, okay. And then supplies and flight stones. My flight stones are at 1,200. They still cap them at 2,000. I'm gonna have to spend some of those at some point. I threw on new trinkets just because I thought it would be fun. This one is called Dancing Dream Blossoms. The equip effect says your spells and abilities have a chance to gain secondary stats the way you like them. And I don't know what that means, but it makes me feel special. So I'm wearing that. And then this one gives my spells and abilities a chance to shapeshift me. That must be why I turned into a bird. It must have been my trinket. Aslock, thank you very much for giving out a gift sub. An anonymous gifter with another one. Appreciate it. Also, Lynn Diesel had a brand new Prime sub a couple minutes ago. Thank you. Weekly time walking quest doesn't award anything. Yesterday when I looked, it was going to give a piece of Aberrus loot. Maybe they patched that because they realized that was stinky and disappointing. And then they couldn't figure out anything else to do. I don't know. How do I like them? Honestly, I don't know which secondary stats they are. I also don't know what secondary stats I want, so I suppose they must be the perfect ones. Anything cool from the Veldraken weekly chest? What did I get? I have an adventurer staff that I got from something. I got a pair of, what did I get? I got a veteran thing from something else. That wasn't the Veldraken thing, though. It might have been the Super Bloom weekly? Oh yeah, I got a veteran cloak, a 441 veteran cloak. I don't know. I'm gonna worry about my BIS gear and min-maxing next week. I'm just gonna kind of gear for item level this week. Although I hate breaking tier. I don't think I'm gonna break my tier bonus until, I don't know when you're supposed to do it. It's my least favorite part about transitioning between patches and an expansion is I hate breaking my tier bonus. I never know when it's a good time to do it. I tend to just go frick it and do it early because just to stop worrying about it, basically. Just to stop stressing about having a low item level piece with an old tier bonus. Hate it. Did you get the smoldering flower to work? I don't at this time know what that is. 423 be good for next season? Yeah. Keep doing stuff in the Emerald Dream and you'll get better as well. But that would be fine to be started with. I'm like less than 10 above that. Wants me to keep force set even with some pretty high item level caps. Time walking quest is blank with the rewards part. Haven't done it yet though. Yeah. Power to anybody who decides to do it. I'll be gardening. Alright. Farm some dewdrops. Is there a cap on dewdrops? Also, did we get this to blue? Nah, I'm not gonna worry about that one. It was almost over. So I get flight stones. I get some of these copper quality herbs. Barely any flight stones because we put barely any dew in it. But that's your chance at pets anyway. Should I do another one? I've got a quest to do 5 of them in general. Let's do another one. I'll actually get the blue reward this time. I'll put my own stuff into it. So let's plant another blue seed. When am I ever going to plant the green ones? What's the point of that? I have tons of them. And it seems like you're just going to get, I don't know, Not much. Also, I could go for a better way to do this. Even if you just let me, like, hold down the button. Maybe another button that's like, hey, do you want to do more? Here, I'm going to leave it at blue. Blue's fine. Seeds to plant. Couldn't seem to plant them anywhere. You got to go up to one of these seed-looking things in the map, Emerald Bounties, and then right-click the seed out of your bag when you're standing on it. You click it out of your bag, and that'll plant it. Spam them out to do that weekly quest. Got a mount from the purple seeds. Don't know if I was lucky there. I think you were. I think you were. I've done a handful of purple seeds and I haven't got them out yet. But there's lots of time. I'm not too worried about it. Plumber lets you click and hold for the seeds. Oh. Kept doing that. Said soil not good. Oh, that's weird. I don't know anything about that. I am currently playing on live servers. The patch is out. How many dewdrops? I have 290 dewdrops. It seems that there's no cap on them, which is nice. You gotta squish the bugs and pull the weeds, and then I guess you can also fight stuff. Love the look of the new mount. Looks a bit like a fairy dragon. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. Also, how stoked are we to be able to fly our regular mounts? Hang on a second. Let's enjoy that for a minute. Huh? Woo! Look at me, AFK in the air, also invisible. Don't worry about it. It's amazing. I'm glad that they didn't make that harder to get. I didn't realize I was going to get it. It just kind of happened to me by accident. I was exploring and it was like, hey, you can fly now. I'm like, cool, thanks. Neat. Something that confused me a lot yesterday was I kept getting Drake Watcher manuscripts, like new customizations to drop from all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, neat, these are probably for that new Drake that I just got. And then I went back to the rostrum and then I was like, well, I don't have any of the options for the new Drake unlocked. And then I realized that what I've been getting have been manuscripts for the Grotto Netherwing Drake, which was the trading post mount. For some reason, customizations for that have been dropping like hotcakes from all kinds of stuff in the dream. But it's funny because I was like totally expecting it to be stuff for the new Drake and then nope. Grotto Netherwing. Wait, what? We can? So once you've explored the new zone, you want to fly around and completely explore the map of the new zone. Let me see. You need to have Exploration Dragon Isles Explorer. Where is it? Explore the regions of the Dragon Isles. Is there another one for here? Yeah, Dragon Isles Flying. So you need to complete the Dragon Isles achievements. Explore the Emerald Dream. You also need, the storyline achievements from the original zones. So you would need to go back and do that if you didn't have it yet. But you can get Pathfinder, Dragon Isles Pathfinder for, well, it's just called Dragon Isles Pathfinder. They didn't name it anything funky. That's nice. Okay, anything good? What do we get? Drake's Dreaming Crest, Flight Stones, 22 reputation. Wow. Look at that. Shall we do a world quest? Reigns of the Winter Night Dreamsaber. Oh, nice. Forgot about that. Accidentally went into flight form. Oh, hang on. There's another thing here. I guess I can do this. I can just let this, I can plant another one and then let it go while I'm doing the world quest. Don't see any reason why not. And then, see if we can get this at least at 50. Although, for what, you know? Why they took away the trading post coloration? Missed that if it was talked about previously. Why they took away the trading post coloration? I don't quite know what you mean. Why is Inksy invisible? They broke something about the Glyph of Shadows with the new patch. My Shadow Priest shadow form is glyphed, and the glyph, ever since the patch, makes me completely invisible. I'm kind of enjoying it. I'm kind of getting a kick out of it. I don't need to keep it, mind you. I will make my peace with whenever they patch it, but it's pretty sick. Only have access to purple now instead of the green teal we had. Oh, Grotto Netherwing Drake. Did it change colors? I thought it was just the one color. Yeah, it was green and teal. Maybe they I wonder if you could change I haven't looked at the rostrum, but I wonder if you could change it at the rostrum back if they've added another color that's kind of been the default, because they've added a bunch of other options that you can get for it. But yeah, I haven't checked it. 4 different colors now? Nice. As long as they haven't taken the color that it used to be and then gated it, that would make people a bit grumpy. Are people excited for Cataclassic? I can't wait. Well, it sounds like you're excited. That's great. That's great. That's wonderful. How's 10.2 so far, considering renewing my sub? Love Nelves, everything dream related. Oh, this is your patch then. I've been having a great time. I've been really enjoying it. The events feel fun to me. There's lots of exciting stuff to discover. I had a good time running around yesterday just because I didn't really look up anything, or I didn't even go in the zone of the PTR. So it was fun to just kind of kill things and try things and poke around and do things. Be like, well, what does this do? What does this drop? What's this thing? How do I get that treasure? And just like figuring it out. It was just a great time. Looking forward to checking it out this weekend. Yeah. Plus, it's so pretty out here and the music is so nice. I'm going to turn it up. The music is so lovely. Okay. So, Purifying Tangle used. Create a ball of roots that can wrap targets, restoring them to their true self. Oh, I need to also slay some root seer druids, not to be confused with rooster druids. Outdid themselves with the zone music for sure. Have you tried turning off multi-sampling? No. Nah. I'm kind of good with it though. It's not causing me any problems. Appreciate green things more than ever now that winter is slowly descending upon us. Trying to get the black scales. They weren't at the centaur rep vendor like the rostrum said. It might be bugged and telling you the wrong location. Black scales. Black scales are traditionally... Black scales are from the Rathian Sibelian thing, right? And then infinite scales, which is kind of black and blue, are from the Dawn of the Infinites dungeon. It may just be telling you the wrong location. Did I get anything for doing that? I got, no, not really. Okay. Create a ball of stuff. So there's the roots here, guys. We can do that. A bunch of new world quests to learn. It's going to take me a little while to wrap my head around them and what they want from me. Let us know when you figure it out, because I'm so confused. Unlock Boomkin customizations. Some of them seem automatic, yeah. If you go to the barber shop, are you able to use them? And if not, do they have any hints on the things that are unlocked and locked? I know that some of the new druid options are locked behind stuff, but I thought that most of the Boomkin stuff was just available, or at least it was on PTR. Love the Fish World quest. Vironoth has her priorities straight. How are you enjoying the new patch? Oh, I'm having fun. I'm having fun. Maybe I need to be in balance spec. That may be the case. That might be it. Happy to get an owlbear pet. They look so cute. Hardest part all day has been flying out from the camp area in the new zone. I smack against the tree. Every time. Yeah, I'm not riding my dragon terribly efficient. I mean, I never do, but I've had some running out of vigor issues. I think that's a me problem. It's also fine. You know, you park, take a little rest. You know what's kind of cool? Is if you, and you have to do this to open some of the treasures, if you slash sleep, your character lays down and falls asleep, and then you like, your dream version stands up and can like run around and stuff, you're emerald dreaming. Wow, isn't that cool? There's at least a couple of treasures that you can only loot when you're in this form. If you get too far away, you wake up, but... yeah, it's just a slash sleep. I got the new spell. Oh yeah, that is a good point. I haven't gotten any of the new glyphs. There's new glyphs. There's new dragon glyphs and stuff. I haven't done any of it. I've done absolutely none of it. Gain 1 stack of corrupting sparks. At 8th stack becomes a rare. So he's at 6, so he's going to be a rare at some point. Thought someone was trolling when they told General to all slash sleep. Yeah, I mean, at least it's not like in hardcore when you tell people that if you slash PvP, you get, you know, A special McDonald's promotion for your Neopets. Can you be attacked in dream form? I don't know. I haven't tried to nap around anything. I don't think you could nap in combat. Could you? Maybe. Track them from ATT, really convenient. Oh. A scythe treasure that needed that. I've picked up a handful of treasures from... Maybe that's another thing. Talthanae Ash Whisper. Yeah, that's a different rare that's up. I've picked up a handful of treasures here and there just like from tripping on them. I certainly do need more, like those transmog ones. I also got a pretty cool pet. I need to... Or not a pet, a toy. The fast-growing seed. I don't know what I got it from. Maybe the super bloom? Couldn't tell you, but it's cool. I'll show you after this. Hang on. Starting to think that getting things from Zeralek Caverns rares may be a later me thing. Alright. My new toy, it's a fast-growing seed. You plant it, and then it grows, and then it turns into a tree. Wow. I like that one a lot. It's a 1-minute cooldown. I put it in my bar. Ooh, sap nibbler. I need a sap nibbler. I don't know if there's a safari achievement or whatever, but I've been looking for pets. Sap nibbler, and a pewling. So I've just been catching the first version of everything, and then if I find a blue one later, then I'll get that and like replace it. Saving rep tokens for the anniversary buff. I've just been using them. You certainly could save them for the anniversary buff. It's not a bad idea. You get a special pet for doing /PvP in hardcore. Later things make the cutest sounds. Unique treasures gets you some cool looking antlers. I saw that on Wowhead. I wonder, there must be an achievement then that can track which ones I need. Still, that's probably doable. Man. Oh hey, I did get it. No. That's old content. Leave it alone. You don't need the birdwatcher type. There's so many things I didn't do in regular Dragonflight. There's an Honor Wind Sage's Hearthstone. That must be awesome. That's not even... I've never looked at these. Ay. Field Researcher. Sniff and Seeker. Definitely didn't do that. Boffins. Secrets. Oh yeah, I was close to Boffins, but I didn't do it. Never mind. Yeah, this is pet battle music. You do! Birdwatcher! Come on! I was looking for birds. We went for a hike on my days off. I figured, you know what I want to do in the last day that's not raining before I go home and I enter cozy office mode? I want to go for a hike. I'm gonna take my dog and we're gonna get out there and we're gonna walk around outside on some trails. And I thought, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around Mount Douglas. We're not gonna go up to the top because those trails are pretty steep. And Moose is a font of endless energy, but I didn't want to like, I didn't know if he would be ready for that. And I thought, all right, here's the route. Like my partner and I, we looked at the maps, we picked out a route. We're like, we're gonna take this trail to this trail to this trail. We take a left, you keep the peak on this side of you, and you're good. Turns out, and this is a park that's like in the city, so no matter which way you go, even if you end up off the trail somehow, you're not gonna get like lost and die in the woods. You could fall off of something and get into trouble, but you're not, as long as you keep heading in a straight line, you're gonna be okay. And that's good, because as it turns out, sometimes things that I think are the trail are not the trail. And sometimes you end up clambering up a dry waterfall, and then sometimes you're like, hang on a second, this is the top of the mountain. I didn't intend to come here. Good news being that at the top there's all kinds of lookouts and like a really easy path down. But we hiked up Mount Doug with Moose. We didn't mean to, we were gonna go around. We ended up hiking all the way to the top of it. My puppy, well, he's a dog now. Right. He's 6 months old-ish. My dog is a machine. He was burning up the trail. He was so excited. He was tearing around corners. He was mountain goating up. He was incredible. He loves it out there. He is born to hike. That dog was so happy. He'll always be a puppy. Sounds amazing. It was pretty cool. It was cooler because we weren't. I wouldn't. I'm gonna have to be more careful if we ever go hike in an actual park where you can actually get in real trouble if you get lost. This one, because it's in the city, you're always gonna have cell service. You're always gonna have GPS. We had plenty of water. We were never gonna be in any kind of trouble. But like, I really thought that I had chosen the trail that was gonna get us to where we were going, and it turns out I chose a trail that took us up. Not 100 pounds yet. No. Mom, look, rocks. Look. He just wants to look off of stuff. So he sees a hill and he's like, oh, if I can get to the top of this, I bet I can see something cool. Let's go. And he'll scale all those vertical cliff faces. He is incredible. He did great. And I thought it would really poop him out for the whole day. And after we got home, he did sleep. But then he took like kind of his normal nap, maybe like an extra hour. And then he was like, guys, let's play. Come on, let's go. He was like not even fazed by it. That dog has stamina. Why is there 8 ads in a row? The ad breaks are timed, so I think they might be 3-minute ad breaks, and it'll just piece together however many ads of whatever length they are, and to make whatever the ad break length is. Planning route, turns out you did the opposite of what the route intended. Not recently, but that's because most of the time I'm on pretty, I don't know, obvious trails. And this one is a pretty obvious trail. I'm known for a lot of things, but navigating well is not one of them. I'm gonna have to like look up some wisdom or something and find out how to reorient myself by the North Star or the tree moss or something if I ever end up actually like backpacking, because otherwise I'm going to be in trouble. Get myself a compass. Alright, I got some chromatic dust from that. Not really much of anything. I got another seed though. Let's go back. I want to see what the dream energy situation is like. Wish once you had 100% contribution, the plants would count down faster. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate that the 3 minutes gives time for other people to kind of stop by and also contribute to get their stuff, but it feels like most of what you want from it comes from planting your own seed. For a while, I thought that you could also contribute your own seed to an active one to kind of double do it. And then I don't know. I'm less sure about that. It doesn't seem like the thing. What's the trail? Blazed it all. There was totally a trail. And then it kind of turned into like a waterfall, but it was dry. It was more just like a wash. And then it turned into some boulders. And then it turned back into a trail. Do I want any of these? Puling, Sack Nibbler? No, I have all of these. I got one full tourist brain, got lost in Central Park a couple weeks ago. Desert brain was confused by all the green. You can contribute your own seed. Okay. Got the map from one I contributed a seed to. Okay, maybe it is working properly and I just haven't gotten lucky then. Bloom and dream seeds. Okay, that gave me harvested dream seed cash, Flightstones, bloom treasures. So that gave me a veteran piece of gear. That's 441. I probably shouldn't break my tier set bonus, but I'm kind of tempted to, just to like make it go away. Also, I got this scythe, but I need to send it to somebody that can learn polearms because we're not living in the future yet. Because all my gear's 424. And I could like dump Flightstones in. Yeah, check out the drip. Yeah, the new sets are really nice. They're beautiful. I want to see... Okay, so here's my dream energy. Wowhead had a weak aura. I want to get the weak aura. Wowhead had one. Hang on a second. Let me go look. I want to get this weak aura. First of all, I should probably turn on weak auras. Run lots of add-on updates, everybody. Weak auras. And then... the Emerald Dream Guide. Outdoor Zone Activity Guide, Comprehensive Guide, Dream Infusions, Dream Energy Weak Aura, Copy Import String. chuck it over, I don't know, here? Here? Put it over the chat log, why not? Oh, you guys can't see it then, can you? What if I put it like right over wherever my head is? Yeah, we'll stick it like right there. Yeah, why not? Okay. Because I want to get a better feel for how the different things I do contribute to that, and I'm never going to know if I don't, if I have to keep running back. So let's go finish that world quest that I did like 2/3 of and then walked away from. Yeah, here, I'll link it. I will link the Wago page. It's the one that Wowhead was recommending. I do have drops on. I do. Oh, is that another seed? Yeah. I'm just sending these plump dream seeds. Because I want the pets. There are drops right now. There are. Dottie is the currently active drop that you can earn until the 14th. Dottie looks like this. She used to be a shop pet. She was a charity promotion back in the day. Very cute pet. Little llama. You know what she reminds me of, actually? Is I just yesterday, for the first time in my life ever, put on an episode of the Golden Girls. And she reminds me of Dorothy. Also the name. What a cutie. Morning, Hazel. Good morning. Not even playing right now. Here for the drop. That's Dorothy. First time ever? Yeah, I had never in my life ever before seen it. It's not like it's something that people just kind of like put on for you. I don't know. I'd heard of it, but it never occurred to me to watch it. And then I was like, you know what? I want something short. And I want to try it. And it turns out it's very funny. I saw the first episode, and I am quite fond of it so far. It's on Hulu. Disney Plus has it too in Canada. Got a mount for my first cash. Must not be that rare, I guess. What if you're just that lucky? I've done a bunch of them, and I haven't gotten any mount. I am mountless. I like this new zone. I feel like I could hang out here for a long time, which is good because I think we're going to. I think this is going to be our outdoor content for a while. I think it's good that there's lots to keep us busy out here. I haven't, oh, this is the first time I've opened all the things. How bad is it? I have 8.7% of the things. Hang on a second, I'm gonna get this. Nope, just really persistent spam. All right. Either that or somebody in China is trying extremely hard to get a hold of me. It's just green Ardenweald. I was having a bit of a moment last night where I was like, so like, what's the difference between this and Ardenweald? Because aren't they both the dream? And then something, something, one of them's in the afterlife. Something, something, one of them's blue. Yeah, it's very Ardenwealdy. Something, something reasons. Videos got me through Mop Pet Battles. Thanks for that. That's where I found you. Do you do the Konzu quest? I don't know. Maybe. Lady Mooberry was there? Less dead people. Yeah. Yeah. Is it odd that Blizzard at BlizzCon didn't say? I thought they did. I thought they said it like a bunch of times. Maybe in interviews. They didn't say it on stage, but that's kind of a weird thing to be like, you're not getting any more raid tiers! Let's go! You know? I don't know if they're gonna have Chris Metzen do it in his grumble, his rumble voice. World Quest Adam broken up. Couldn't see World Quest on my map. What are these random World Quests popping up, and why are they not showing on my map? Oh, so 80.8%. I think the answer with Dream Energy is for me to not worry about it and just kind of let it happen, but that doesn't sound like what I'm gonna do, does it? Not when there's mounts and pets to be had. They said it was the last raid of the expansion on stage? Oh. Well, then there you go. Metzen could announce the world was ending tomorrow. I'd be hyped. He has such great energy. It's amazing that, like, no one else even really comes close. They have their own styles, and the other presenters did great too. But there really only is one Chris Metzen. Every now and then someone else like tries, and then they lose the steam for it really quickly because I don't know, you just need commitment or something. Holly and her fashion. The jackets. The jackets of BlizzCon. I had a real cozy BlizzCon from home. I still got surprisingly tired. I did not expect to get like the BlizzCon burnout when I didn't travel. But I still needed like a huge nap catch-up day after because I was just so excited. I couldn't sleep good because I was too excited. And then apparently, you know, you stream for an extra hour 2 days in a row and all of a sudden you're goo. But I had such a cozy BlizzCon from home. It was so nice. Coming to stuff, hopefully easier in the future. So much Shadowlands content to go back and do. I need to find more of these guys. Yeah, I do too. I don't know if they're ever gonna make it easier to farm anima than it is right now, but it would be nice if they did. Not that it's bad, but it's a real project. I guess it'll be a sort of easier in that you could use just one character and then buy all of the armor type stuff and learn it. Would be kind of something. There's really no shortage of these seeds, eh? His human form is a disguise anyway. In reality, Metzen is just Thrall. What happens to Iridikron? When do we get faded rates? Still need the mouse skin from Raziev. We could guesstimate that faded raids are somewhere in the 5-ish month out range. 5 or 6 months, because if we're going to be in... We've got approximately a year left of Dragonflight for a 2-year expansion cycle, plus fall 2024. Then we could expect that half of that is going to be Emirdrasil, and then half of it is going to be the faded cycle. That's all speculation. It's totally guessing. We don't know for sure. Got home from surgery right in time for the WoW panel. Priorities, you know. Does that mount disappear sometimes, or is it just me? I have a trinket that's shape-shifting me. I have a trinket that is shape-shifting me. Also, I keep getting drawn into the Emerald Dewdrop activities, like, while the seed is growing, and I really don't need to. You get way more dewdrops from doing frenzies. And also, like, I'm not gonna get it to blue anyway, so... Bless you. But I like this zone. This seems like a lovely place to hang out for a while. Fever dreams. Oh, having fever dreams just lucid enough for the WoW panel. I was a little worried that I would have a hard time getting excited about or getting into the Emerald Dream content because I was just too excited for War Within. But I think it helps that I didn't really spoil too much Emerald Dream content for myself. I didn't spend very much time, like I did raid testing, but aside from that, I didn't really look at the PTR very much. And because of that, all of this still feels pretty fresh and new to me, so it feels like exploring something brand new. So there's gonna be a 10.2.5, there won't be a 10.3. War Within should be out end of next year, which would put Dragonflight on sort of a 2-year expansion cycle, which is like a little faster, but pretty standard, pretty normal. I think they're going to make expansions a bit faster, but I don't think they're going to make them every year faster. I think that we're still going to look at 2 years per on average. This is the last raid, yes. That they said that one. They said it in interviews at the very least. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. Yeah, I don't remember how long Shadowlands was. Now disappearing. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was happening to me on my Evoker as well. Like, it certainly is true for my Shadow Priest most of the time, but my Evoker had the note disappearing too. Just some kind of a patch glitch. Shadowlands felt like 5 years. Only played about an hour of the new patch. Maybe Shadowlands felt long because it sucked. I liked Shadowlands. I thought it was a good expansion. It had its issues, like they all do, but I had a good time. How long was it? Hang on a second. I'm looking this up. When did Shadowlands come out. November 23rd of 2020. And then Dragonflight came out in November of 2022. So it was 2 years long. It was a 2-year expansion cycle. It was the same as normal. It did feel long at the very end. Although I feel like the Fated season really kept me busy. I liked that. I had so much fun doing keys in Shadowlands. I did more Mythic Plus in Shadowlands than I'd ever done before in my life. Mostly, I think, because I was going to main. I was going back to be a healer main after all those expansions of being a Shadow Priest main. And I had so much fun healing keys. I had fun healing keys in Dragonflight too, but did I do more of them in Shadowlands? No, we did a lot of keys last season, actually. Yeah, some of the Emerald Dream Story chapters are locked for now. It seems that we can do 4 of 7 presently, and I don't think there's any more available. Ooh, I got stuff. I got Whelpling's Crest, I got my Tailoring Knowledge, and I got a spiked tail for my Winding Slither Drake. Cool, thanks. It's just a normal Tailoring Knowledge treasure drop. There's a Prickly Plum, which is a later me problem. I'm gonna finish this world quest. It's taking me so long to find the 10 things to purify. I think I must be missing. Like, I'm doing the roots and those are working, but there's gotta be something else. Roots or root tenders purified. Root tender Trent. Can I purify you? Yes, yes I can. That's my problem. What about you? Yep, that makes much more sense now. Okie dokie. 415 Explorer stuff. I'm probably going to equip Veteran stuff, but not Explorer stuff. That sounds true. Okie dokie. And then that brings... You don't get Dream Energy very quickly, do you? You get... It happens, but it doesn't happen in a hurry. Oh, I want to do the Fish World quest. Purify the Lashers, too. Yeah. Nickelbread, thank you for the 9-month resub. Appreciate it very, very much. Also, Willowtree 1001 with a 33-month resub. Thank you very much. Welcome back. Neltley had a 4-month resub, and Soulpatch had a 6-month resub. Thanks, guys. Might call one of my friends into resubbing with me this month. Input in healers for casual mythic. Make it to plus 15 would be a miracle. Oh, yeah. I'm going Holy Priest, but I can't speak to any of the other classes. I have no idea what they do. I don't even really know what Holy Priest does yet. I'm going to find out next week. They'd have some Bagger Mythic Plus. Yeah, the first patch I'd think really harmed Shadowlands. The just covenant restrictions and then the systems being a little overwhelming, I think did it some real damage that it never properly recovered from. Ambitious Fish found. I'm an ambitious fish. Carpe diem. First waterfall scaled. Am I a salmon? Is it coming with me? Ambitious. Yeah, Warband changes look amazing. I'm really excited for them. It's taking some real compartmentalizing to not let the current lack of them ruin current WoW for me. Okay. We're fishing. We're swimming. Meaningful choice became the biggest meme. It sort of felt like they were trying to apply single-player RPG philosophies to an MMO and kind of fundamentally missing that a huge part of their player base is going to do the meta thing and they're going to feel the more meaningful you try to make the choice, the more cranky we're all going to be about not getting whatever you tried to give the other options to make them meaningful. So making them super cosmetically themed in a way that you're supposed to be able to choose your vibe, but then having all that combat stuff on it. It was just like, it's not a bad thing for a single player game because when it doesn't really matter as much, sure, yeah, you can defeat the raid as any of the covenants. The power difference was never such that you would not be able to like clear content, but in an MMO surrounded by other players with general MMO mindset, it was mostly just going to annoy people. Is my fishy okay? Is my fishy okay? I think I lost my fishy. Did the birdie get it? Is there a way to get my fishy back? Go back and get a new fishy. Okay. It would be too good to hope that I could fly with my fish, right? That would be too much to wish for. I did get in the rope pull thing. It didn't give me an extra action button. Got my haircut. Looks just like that without the pig. Nice. Nice. Dynamic fly fishing. Oh, I get it. Not the only one with a see-through dragon sometimes. Nah. Hated that you couldn't freely change covenants. The mouse didn't get shared on alts. Yeah, I think that did that made some troubles. It's good now though. Kitty. Hi, kitty cat. Shaved my head for the first time. It's a lady. Dang, it's nice. What are you gonna do with all of your time? Okay, I'm gonna don't get my fishy. Don't be jealous of my fishy. Don't be eating my fishy. You know, go eat a different fishy. I know you're hungry. Is there a cone attack? Am I tanking the bird incorrectly? There we go. I think we're doing fine. Okay. Jump out of the water here in accident. Quest guy restarted. Okay, there we go. I was so close to the end, but we're good. I got 137 rep for that. Yeah, Dream Energy does not stack up very quickly. Maybe I don't need a weak core to track it. Maybe I can just kind of leave it alone and then look at it every now and then. I want to do the flight. I want to do the dragon race. I guess I could also turn on I don't know, handy notes or something at some point just to at least be able to look out for the dragon glyphs. What if I have a dragon dinosaur haircut? I want to cry. Well, you can cry. That's okay. I'll never find out if there would have been a dinosaur that would have liked to cuddle with me. And that's probably for the best. I might have sustained some injuries in checking. My doggy likes to cuddle with me sometimes. You give Momo big hugs. He's getting very straightforward and to the point when he wants me to play with him. He will trot on up to me with a toy. He will sit, like if I'm on the couch, he'll jump up on the couch. So he's sitting right next to me with his toy. And then he'll kind of push the toy into my face and then drop it on my lap and or chest or shoulders, depending on how it lands. But he's just like, here. Take it. Mom. Play. And I can't complain because any time that we're playing is time that he is not shredding my rug. I've made my peace with not having nice things, but I don't want him eating it, you know? Mental imagery of a T-Rex with a mean mullet. I haven't gotten any of the glyphs yet, I don't think. Not unless I got any of them by accident. My Drake sensed a nearby one recently, but I couldn't tell you when. Flew right under it. That sounds true. Big kitty cat. Our dog does that. Snatches the toy back as soon as you reach for it. That's when you're playing keep away. Anything from my Dreamworks purse? Gold. Gold and supplies. Okie dokie. What are the new glyphs, or the new dragon riding things anyway? Ground skimming can now occur while affected by Thrill of the Skies. After putting on the Drake break, experience brief weightlessness. Second wind, reach within for untapped reserves, instantly generate 1 vigor, max 3 charges, 3-minute recharge. Oh, okay. That seems kind of nice. I don't know if I need to get all that ASAP, but it wouldn't hurt. Here, just for fun, let's go do this world quest, but let's just fly a regular mount. Can you get the dragon riding glyphs while on a regular non-dragon riding mount? I missed my flying mounts. I know I haven't had this one for that long, but come on, look at it. It's cool. It's also extra cool when I'm invisible. Spooky. Oh, there was a treasure. There was a treasure. Small somnat. Eat that. Actually, I think that using a regular mount may be kind of the move for some of these treasures, especially the ones that are lodged in trees and stuff. It's just kind of hard to land with precision on like a big tree branch sometimes. Might be nice to be able to use a regular mount. All right, flame portals closed. You betcha. New zone is a bag hog? Is it? What have we been getting? Been getting trinkets. I have some gear that I could get rid of. I have a bunch of apples. Did I do the follow the owl thing? It was not fun with dragon riding. No. I did get the Ashamain treasure, which really made me confront how I'm not very fast at running. Summon favorite mount to interact with the flying types now that they're out together? That's a good question. Let me find out. My guess, if I was taking a guess just for fun, would be that it would still prioritize dragon riding mounts if you're in a zone that can dragon ride. Yeah, it seems to. It's actually exclusively pulling my Highland Drake. Do I have other dragon riding mounts favorited? Let me see. Mounts. Dragon riding. Favorite. Yeah, it's pulling dragon riding mounts in a dragon riding zone. Prioritizing those ones right now. Sounds reasonable. Me who finds the dream bit small for dragon riding. There's definitely more than one tree to hit. Give you that much. Missed the level of control traditional flying allows. Yeah, I can see myself going back and forth depending on what I'm doing. It feels a bit strange because I'm not gathering. I like having alchemy on my main, but because I switched mains, I'm tailoring enchanting. I haven't really done any new tailoring. I don't even know if there is anything. I did get a recipe for an enchanted Whelpling's Crest, the new one. Enchanted Whelpling's Dreaming Crest. And what that does is you can use it to craft a blue item to be 434 to 447. You can buy one of those from the enchanting vendors and make it. I might make one of those for myself and just like tailor myself, I don't know, something. Tailor myself a thing. I have not received any work orders for them or like seen any public work orders for them. It's a bit strange that they work with blue gear. If we look at the other ones. If I can find the other ones. Maybe they're hidden until found. Randomly find that recipe. I don't remember. Yeah, basically. I don't remember what I got it from. Wowhead might know. It could have been a flower. It could have been a super bloom. It could have been a chest. It could have been anything. I don't remember. Make yourself boots so you don't take up a tier spot. I mean, I think I'm going to break my tier bonus just to get it over with. I just don't want to stress about it. I don't want to be doing math. I'm healing anyways, so my sims are not very straightforward. And I'm sure it would still be better to be healing, but I'm going to be healing like garbage for 2 weeks anyways while I figure out what I'm doing. So I may as well just gear for item level just to save myself the stress. Old upgrade fragments are... Old upgrade fragments. Like the crests? Those are, they actually turned into vendor stuff. Ooh, a blue offhand. 421. Oh, I need the appearance. I love these pine conceptors. They're so cool. They're so cool. I also got this staff. It's a blue one. Adventurous staff. Talthernay's Wrath. Spells and abilities used against lesser creatures below 20% health have a chance for nature to reclaim them. It's kind of metal. I'm kind of into that. Hey Hazel, how are you? Hello, Fractaclaw. I am good. I am good. How are you? Back in the office. I spent a couple of days romping around outside and I finally cleaned. Last week I was busy with something, BlizzCon or whatever. And I didn't clean for a week, which is pretty normal. Like I used to do cleaning once a week, like on Saturday, and you would kind of vacuum and do the bathrooms, etc., etc. And that was kind of the schedule. But then you get a dog and the wet season starts. And all of a sudden, my floor started to get kind of cursed much faster than that. So I started doing it twice a week. I started doing Wednesdays and Saturdays. But I didn't do the Wednesday last week because I was busy and or tired and or not paying enough attention. It got like pretty gross. So on the weekend, I finally was like, you know what? It's time. And I did the most satisfying vacuum. I kind of really like cleaning. There's something extremely satisfying about taking just a flat surface, clearing stuff off of it and away from it, and just not purifying it. It's not disinfected or anything, but just like a real good vacuum, wiping down the counters. Oh man, it felt pretty good. Plus the dog got a bath. He came back from the park and he was more mud than dog. And I have a Mud Buster, which is a really overpriced kind of plastic shaker bottle kind of situation with a bunch of silicone bristles in it. And the idea is that you fill it up with water and you dip each paw of your dog into it and it kind of washes off the mud. It does a really good job of that. The problem was, as I was mud busting, is I realized that my dog was mostly mud and doing his paws was very much a band-aid on a bullet wound and he was just gonna need a bath. So we decided to airlift the dog into the bath and like carry him in, bathe the dog, and of course he gets all wet and muddy and then he shakes, and then you've got like mud all over the walls, then you gotta wipe all that down, and then after you dry him off he starts shedding and then you clean all that up. But then when it was all finally clean and Moo smelled so good and he was so soft and fluffy and the floor looked all nice and I did the laundry so the blankets and the couch were all clean and the couch cover and like, oh, I did the clean sheets in the bed and I got my clean jammies on and I was just like an egg. It was so satisfying. Wipe our dog's feet every time we come inside. Saved a lot of cleaning. Yeah, I do keep a towel by the door, and if it's been raining, I wipe off his feet. But at his current stage in life, that is to say, hurricane, his feet are one of many parts that is muddy. He rolls around in mud, and he does it every single day, and he has a delightful time. I've discovered that if I towel off the whole dog when he gets in, and then I give him a bit of time to dry, and then I brush out his fur, a lot of it will brush off of him, and then a lot of it will brush off of him. At which point I can, that's a purple one. I don't think I really need to do that. And then I can vacuum up or like wipe up the dirt that fell off of the dog, but World Quest wise, we got a few more of those to do. There's a big rare up there. I guess I could go do that. Cleaning's so good when you're into it. Snug as a bug in a rug. Were the sheets ironed? No. I respect people's desire to do that if it brings them joy. I have no interest in having my sheets be not wrinkly. I want them to be sort of roughly square. I want the bed to be made at least a little bit. I want there to have been some effort to tuck in the sheets and like flatten out the blanket, you know, make it vaguely square. I don't want it to be a nest, but oh, I found a dragon live. I do not need the sheets ironed. I find that to be too much for me personally. I have an iron and it is exclusively for sewing projects. Like if I'm hemming something, I might want to iron down the seam first. I've done this once in my life since I bought the sewing machine. It is so far not worth it. I guess there's going to be a rare here soon. Fireband Fistia. Or do you summon it? I think it's probably too big for me to do on my own, but other people might show up. Zelda Lone, thank you very much for the 39-month resub. Appreciate it. Boop. Also, Dilly Dog 1205 with a 2-month resub. Thank you very much. Welcome back. Mattress is just a pillow pile constantly. I was reading about this so-called Scandinavian way of doing beds that apparently is big in Europe, where you don't do a top sheet at all. You do a fitted sheet on the bottom, and then you do your blanket with a duvet cover. And in this way, you can have, if you're sharing a bed with another person, you can each have your own separate blanket in its own cover, and then you sleep like that. And I've been interested in the 2-blanket system, but I could never reconcile it with my desire to have a flat top sheet that was tucked in. I didn't understand if I was supposed to have 2 of those, if I was just making like a net in which to entangle myself at night. And then I realized I don't use a top sheet, and I don't know if I can let go of that. I like the top sheet. I also didn't know how you make the bed and have it be all nice and pretty. Well, pretty by my standard. We use 2 duvets, single flat sheet, 2 blankets on top. There is no other way in Sweden. Whatever happened to bedspreads? Wife was just trying to convince me to do this. I think that depending on your partner and your sleeping patterns, there are many different ways in which to improve your sleep. Some could be separate blankets, some could be separate beds, some could be separate rooms. Maybe they snore. But yeah, apparently, especially if one of you tends to steal the blanket. In my case, it's me. I steal the blanket. I am the thief. I grab it like this at night, and then I rotate until I have burritoed myself up and rolled the whole thing off of my partner. So I have extra blankets on standby so that he can like fix that without needing to unroll me. Yeah. I don't know anything about this rare, how to make it work, so maybe I should leave. Or maybe it's upstairs. Maybe it's above us. Maybe I am in the wrong place. What on earth is a top sheet? It's a flat sheet. I bet Google could explain this better. It's a flat sheet that goes over the fitted sheet, and then the blanket typically goes on top of that. So the idea being that your body at night is in contact with the sheets, but not the duvet, so you don't have to wash your duvet cover as often. My duvet cover is this gorgeous linen situation with wooden buttons that's really hard to get off because the button loops are not all the right size. So some of them are just murder to take off. It washes up fine when you actually get it off, but it's putting it on and off that's the problem. And I like doing the corner ties on it to try to keep the duvet like in the sheets. So I kind of hate I'm changing that. So I like being able to do sheets so I can have fresh sheets pretty often. And then do the blanket cover less often. That rare is bugged. Oh, okay. I'm leaving. We've both been guilty of stealing the blanket. Always used a top sheet. Never used or seen one outside of hotels. Yeah, they seem divisive. It seems like some people really like them, and some people find no use at all for them. And it would be less laundry to not use one. Plus, it would make the whole double blanket thing way easier. So I'm thinking about it. But, like, I like the top sheet. I like getting it. I like tucking it in as best as I can because they never quite fit. But I like tucking it in as best as I can, and I like getting it in a little envelope, and then I like pulling it up to my chin and being like, the monsters under my bed can't get me. I don't know why I think they could get me with a regular blanket, but the top sheet sparks joy for me. Mattress cover thing, blanket. Flannel top sheet in the winter's nice. Stops air leaks. Want to get a nice duvet, fluctuate between melting hot, freezing cold. Can't find a blanket, keeps me balanced. We used to use, what I used to do as a child was a pretty fluffy blanket that wasn't super crazy warm, but then you get extra blankets that you pile on the bed when it's winter time. So like, if you're freezing, that's when you get like the knit blanket, the Afghan or the duvet, not duvet. We would call them Afghans, and you would lay them over the bed in the winter to like really make it cozy and warm, or like an extra quilt or something like that. And then if you don't need it, you don't need it. You don't put it on the bed. Used to be a top sheet hater, but now I can't live without it. What do I do if the drop doesn't want to start? Already refreshed the page? Is anybody else having this issue? I can double check my channel to make sure that it's on. It should be, but I can take another look. Yeah, and sometimes all you do is the top sheet when it's like really, really, really smoking hot. Although I'm hoping that if that ever happens to me again, I've advanced to a place in my life where I can have like a heat pump or at the very least like a window AC. No one needs to be trying to sleep in 30-degree heat here. Life's too short. I can see how top sheets would be frustrating if you didn't grow up with them, though, or if you're not used to them. Because they do have a real habit of tangling, especially if you are a twirly sleeper like myself. They do have a habit of getting kind of offset, which is why I like tearing apart the bed in the morning and making it fresh for the next night. Feet must stay all the way on the bed at my house, or they are at risk of getting attacked by an Ellie tongue during the night. I'm a fan of the ventilation leg, which is if you're really warm in bed, you take one leg, you stick it out of the blanket, and you fold it over the top. And then, you know, your blood pumps through your femoral artery, and then in that way it cools. It's like a dog's with the ears. Stuck at chapter 4 of 7. What should I do? Wait for next week. That's where we're time gated to. You did nothing wrong. You're doing great. I'm not world questing very fast, but I suppose that's okay. I think that's just fine. As soon as I moved out of my parents, got out of the military, no top sheets for me. So how often are we washing the duvet cover? How often do we need to wash the duvet cover? Are pets sleeping in bed with you? My cat sleeps in bed with me. I feel like I need to I need to clean the bedding relatively often because of, well, I'm an animal too. 4 of 7 chapters are available this week. Mine sleeps in my billet. Stick a foot out, has to be very careful about where I place it. Sneaky Cats, my duvet gets washed every 3 to 4 weeks, usual 2-week rule. Maybe what I need to do is I need to bust out, and I mean, I'm saying a thing that I'm not going to do because I am chronically lazy. Ooh, I got a green. I need the appearance. Bust out the sewing machine, and or just the hand sewing kit, really. Make more appropriately sized loops for the buttons on my duvet cover so it's easier to get on and off, and then wash that more often and try it without the top sheet. I just got new sheets, though. I got pink sheets. And I have blue sheets and I can rotate them. I can mix and match them. There's kind of like a minty green blue and then like a kind of like a nice warm cozy pink. And I could mix and match them. It's so cute. It's so cute. I love my bed. I love bed. It sounds kind of sad because it's right before you go like unconscious. And I promise that I'm happy and I like my life. But one of my favorite parts of my day is at the very end of the day and everything's done. Everybody's teeth are brushed. You know, I'm all ready for bed, and I crawl in, and I get my book, and I get my little pocket, and I just get to read the book, and then get sleepy, and then go to sleep. It's the best. It's the best. I think it helps that I like my room. My room's real cute. Once a month, steam my actual duvet during that wash. Oh. If my dog ever starts sleeping in my room and then ever wins the fight, which he hasn't started yet because he doesn't currently sleep in the bedroom. If he ever wins the fight of sleeping in bed, then I'm going to need to wash the bedding way more often because that dog sheds and also is kind of a dirt magnet. I love him. He is perfect, but he is not clean. Not unless he's been bathed that day. What if I get rich and then I get a house and then I install a dog wash station by the door and it has a little, you know how the hospitals have the blanket warmers? I have a towel warmer. And then, because Mr. Moo Moo likes his fresh, warm, fluffy towel after his bath. I make sure his bath's at the right temperature, and then you shampoo and you scrub the dog and you rinse him all off. And then when he gets out, I have a nice warm towel for him, and then he lets me dry him off. And then we can go in the house. And we would just do it after every time that he gets in the mud, which is every time. I have seen the new Raptor Kitty Pets. I want one of them. I'm hoping that they'll drop for me from the bloom. I haven't had any luck yet. What genre of books do you read? Primarily fantasy lately, occasionally sci-fi. I've also burned through a lot of pop psychology self-help literature. I've read all the major recommendations in that quadrant because I used to think that was how I could fix myself. But yeah, lately just sci-fi. I'm reading Terry Pratchett. I'm on Discworld Wizards 2. Forget the name of it. I just got it last night. I finished The Color of Magic. I enjoyed it very much. It was very Alice in Wonderland. It was a nice one to read when you're tired because you don't question anything too much and you're just kind of like, wow, now they're here, and now they're here, and now they're falling off the world, etc., etc. Go Gadget Mudroom. Dog sheet on the top layer of the bed intercepted most of the dirt. I've set that up in my living room, and that my couch and my armchair are both my couch and my armchair have covers that like slip covers basically that go over top of them that can just be chucked in the washing machine just to clean them really easy. And that's great because it takes any grime and dirt and hair and whatever and keeps it from getting into the upholstery, and it just makes it much easier to machine wash. I do more laundry than I used to, that's for sure. 6 tattered wilder cloth. I have not really been getting very much here. All right, if you're into fantasy with semi-decent romance, try Fourth Wing. It's going to be a 5-part series. Oh. I don't know how I feel about romance stories anymore. I've read a few of them. I used to really like them. I kind of lost its appeal for me. Especially if it's... I don't know. It's just not where I'm at right now. Oh, those are elites. I'm leaving. I'm sorry. What is this? Primalist Lane, you betcha. Adore Pratchett. If you haven't read them before, wait till you get the books. But Granny Weatherwax and Nanny Og. Is this also Discworld? Yeah, different people have different orders. I'm starting them in the order that the book thing recommended. it said that the Wizard series is a good place to start, so I'm starting with that. And I'm not going to stress about it too much. A hidden Moonkin stash. How do I get that? The answer is probably... Oh. Well, it's okay, I'm a priest. Hang on a second. I'm going to get on a regular mount for that. I want to be Granny Weatherwax, but I know I'm more than idiotic. An owl post. Put down a post for nearby owls to rest on. It's a toy. Let me see. Here, let's go use it on regular land, actually, just in case there's some weird terrain here on this thing. But I'm happy that I'm enjoying Discworld because I was feeling a little bit depressed after I finished my Lord of the Rings reread and after I finished the 6 Dune novels that I wanted to read, and then also Wheel of Time, because I was like, I just want a lot of words that I can like live in at night. And I hate, my biggest fear is running out of good book, and I'm picky about books. And it's when you're reading something like that, you don't really want to like just give a chance to anything, right? Like you want it to be something that you have strong reason to believe you're going to specifically personally enjoy. So you can't really just take any random recommendation. But I never want to run out. I never want to run out of book. And I can reread things. And I'm about due for a Song of Ice and Fire reread, but I get a little bit antsy when I know I'm getting close to the end of my book because I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to read next. I always have to have something. Owl post. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, it's so pretty. Ooh. Should have gone for the Silmarillion. Would have kept me busy, that's for sure. I did read Wheel of Time. I did that last year. I read all of them. I read Mistborn as well. It was fine, but it wasn't really my cup of tea. I don't know if I'm going to do any more Sanderson. I gave him a try because he finished Wheel of Time. And it was fine, but it wasn't what I wanted. Alright, I need to slay some primalists. Won't start unfinished stories. Run out. Feel lost trying to find something new. Yeah, people were telling me Patrick Rothfuss, Kingkiller, but then I was looking into it, and then I read some things that made me think it was kind of a Dream of Spring situation, kind of a this book will never be finished kind of thing. These started dropping off rapidly in frequency in the early 2000s, and we don't think we're ever going to get the end of this story. I think Stormlight Archive is more your speed. What would you describe as my speed? What do you think my tastes are? I'm just kind of curious based on what I've said, because I don't really know either. Start One Piece. I know Edith Rothfuss, great fun books, but yeah. I can't give any authors a hard time for not finishing things because I'm sure it's hard and I've never done it. I'm only allowed to give people, I'm not allowed to give anybody a hard time about anything, but I'm only allowed to do it in theory if it's something that I've personally done. But even then, you've only ever done it as you. You don't know what it's like to do something with somebody else. Something, no judgy. Waiting to read Name of the Wind until there's a release date. Locked tomb? I don't know. Thoughts on audiobooks. People really like him. It's not for me. I'm a reading kind of person. I don't process words that I hear nearly as easily as I process words that I read. To the point that I have a hard time learning stuff out of presentations. I need notes to look at and read. I need subtitles when I'm watching TV. I can't watch TV without subtitles, without having to try an awful lot harder. Neil Gaiman? Him and Pratchett work together for Good Omens, which I should probably try Gaiman. I have lots of Pratchett to keep me busy, though. I'm just started Discworld, and there's like, what, 40 of those? I have not read Red Rising, no. Yes, like, I think that's probably fair. I just wonder what qualifies something as adult leaning versus young adult leaning, because it's not like, it's not as though it needs to be more graphic specifically. Maybe the themes. Oh, I got one of those blues. I've just been equipping those to learn them for the appearance. 424 Explorer. Just throw them on. Just chuck them on. There's many boots. Age of the Protagonist is a big one. Is it though? I feel like there are, like, I would not qualify A Song of Ice and Fire as a young adult novel, and many of those protagonists are like 9. Those are not old characters. Mind you, there's a lot of different ones. It's more of an ensemble situation, but... The addition of European taxes. Never would have known you were from Vic. Been watching your YouTube videos since Shadowlands. Fellow coastal BC loser. Hey. Can't afford to live here, but don't have the heart to leave. I'm just messing. I'm paying rent. I can't complain. Oh man, I was up Mount Doug yesterday with my doggy, and I was looking off the top of it unexpectedly, and I was like, I can't leave. I can't leave. I could afford to live in Saskatoon. I can't live in Saskatoon. I can't do it. I would rather get give up on having my own backyard and give up on having my own land and privacy and live in like a condo or a townhouse or even a mobile home and live here than get myself a real house in the middle of the prairies. I would rather do that. I need the outside. I need the mountains and the islands and the forests and I said mountains. Say it again. I like the mountains. They're tall. It's cool. They look nice with the clouds and the mist. You need a yard and garden. I would love one. I don't needs a strong one. I'm not going to die if I don't get it. There's a lot of people that live really fulfilling, satisfying, happy lives with a lot less than what I have. I got to remember that. I basically have everything that I need right now. I have a dog and a cat that I can smother with love. I have a really great relationship that I'm very lucky to have. I have a roof over my head. I got food in my fridge. I got my family close by. I've got beautiful things to go see. I've kind of made it. I've kind of got it made. I've got a job I like doing. I got people to talk to. There's certainly other things to work towards and to work on, but it's not like I'm waiting for my life to start. I'm living my life right now, and I really appreciate that, because it felt like I spent a lot of years just assuming it was all going to start later and then realizing, oh geez, I'm 30. I gotta I gotta realize this is kind of it. Are we doing the super bloom? What's happening? Huh. You don't want to buy a house that doesn't have what you really want? I might not be able to buy a house that has what I really want. If the choice is between buying a house that is a roof over my head that gets me into the real estate market so that I'm riding that bubble up and not being left behind by it, or renting forever until I can't afford to anymore and never owning any real estate, then of course I'm going to buy something that's not perfect. Sometimes you don't have $1 million, you know, and I would rather live somewhere subpar that's here than get the perfect house in the middle of the prairies where I don't know anybody and I don't have that connection to the place, you know? Baby next? Not for me. That's great for lots of people. It's not my thing though. I have a dog that's my baby. He's my boo-boo. I'd say Kitty Cat's my baby, but Kitty Cat's kind of like my roommate. And I've kind of lost track of what I'm doing. There's stuff going on the map. Smother the flames. I guess it's a quest. You'd love my house. I live on the side of a mountain. I bet it's amazing. I bet it's wonderful. Kitty Cat is your employer. You know, Cash, we can always count on you to be a ray of sunshine. What's your goal with that? I'm wondering. Is it concern? Are you genuinely concerned for my financial well-being and you really want me to consider that everything's going to fall apart? Or could it be from something else? Only ever lived in the prairies, used to the big sky, empty spaces. To me, mountains block the view. I think the reason I love it so much here, it's partly because it is beautiful here, but it's partly because I grew up here. I think there's something special to me about the place that I'm from. Dogs are baby accounts. I also have a baby dog. Expect the worst and you'll never be disappointed. What if you just live your entire life being upset in advance about things that may or may not even happen, though? Is that more efficient? Not for me. You're welcome to live like that, but I don't want it. And I would prefer if you didn't try to make me do it too, because, well, one, you're wasting your time, and secondly, if I get grumpy enough, then if you make me really grumpy, then what if I just start permabanning people that I find are making me grumpy? And then maybe I'll feel better. Maybe I won't. Who's to say? Let's not go down that route. I need a leaf stone. We had 2 puppies we got last year. My god, they were plenty baby enough. My partner likes to joke about how kittens next are like another puppy. Like, he'll find shelter listings of other shepherd husky crosses or shepherd malamute crosses, and he'd be like, look, it's just like our moose. We're good at this now, right? I think he just does it because it's funny. There's absolutely no way. One is enough. Why did your character go invisible? Shadow form is kind of broken, and also the patch is sometimes working a little bit wonkily. 4-year-old golden retriever, perma puppy. Y'all are usually well behaved, and I get bored. You were MVP in the BlizzCon stream. Holy moly. Oh, hey, look, it's a boss. I'm doing all the side quests that I can find in this zone, mostly just to make them go away. Just in case there's something that I want that I get from them. I don't know what you get from them. But if I do them all, then I don't have to worry about it anymore. Does Moose sing the song of his people? Sometimes, not very often. He grumbles when he gets grumpy, and it's kind of cheesy, but he's not grumpy very often. He's pretty happy. He's a pretty happy baby. It's mostly if he's really tired, if he's really sleepy, and he's exhausted, and he's like, I want to go to bed, but I want to keep playing, but I want to go to bed. You know, he gets kind of grumpy then. Got the Winter Night Dream Saber twice? Oh, share some of your luck. I need one. Good add-on if I want to try doing some pet collecting. Add-on for pet collecting. I mean, all the things, but I use... My pet battle add-ons are Rematch and Pet Battle Scripts. And then for figuring out which pets I actually want to go collect and how to get them, I do that with Simple Armory. And then Wowhead. I don't actually do that with an add-on. I look up my own profile in Simple Armory to see which pets I don't have and what they're from, is how I like to do it. Love the new greenish Garrity Sarah's eye. Soulbound or it would be yours. Can we see the Dream Saber the mounts tab? Yeah. Dream Sabers. There's a few different colors of them. These models are also available as Druid Cat forms. They can be unlocked as Druid Cat forms. That's Glory of the Dream Raider. This is the one that you can get from the Dream Seed caches. That's the Winter Night Dream Saber. Favorite way to pet collect? Random all minions in ATT. Oh, there's a good idea. I kind of thought that Dream Energy would be more forthcoming. Kind of thought it would be coming faster. Oh well. Dottie, admittedly, ridiculously cute. Always love the sabers. There's so many of them, which is nice. Are my bags okay? I'm gonna pop a top hat. I want to use this rep token. There we go. How is my Dream Warden's rep? It's at 5 and a bit. Although, I'm not really in a hurry for anything in particular, I suppose. I think we've at least done the world quests. I have a feeling this is going to be similar to how I approached the Niffen rep, which was to say that I, did dailies and world quests and weeklies for like a couple weeks. And then I kind of got busy, and then I just did weeklies, and then eventually it was over. There wasn't anything that important that needed to be done. Old expansion achievements be synced across characters? It's a good question. I don't know. Found the Outpost toy. Nice. It's a pretty one. I do have drops active. I do. I am going to wrap up somewhat soon. I'm going to do short streams this week because we've got 1 week until raid. And I have a little bit of stuff to do. Imagine that. Oh, there's treasures. I've been getting excited about all the treasures I see because I've been getting, I think, better stuff from the treasures than from a lot of things. It's from up here. It's also, and I haven't been entirely doing this, but it's nice to be able to do treasures on a regular mount instead of having to try to, like, I think I would lose my marbles if I was trying to land dragons in these little tree crevices and stuff every time. Whelpling's Dreaming Crest, some enchanting knowledge, treasure hunt after stream. Benefits to having pathfinding unlocked. It lets you fly in your normal mounts. It makes it much easier for you to fly to very specific, precise places. Plus, it's an account-wide unlock. I'm pretty sure. Alright, we happy with that? That's good, good, good. There's a thing to do. Clues found. Oh, yeah. Questing as a druid's so satisfying. Especially if you're a druid. I bet there's some very happy gatherers this week. Chandris's mission journal. I wonder how my auctions are doing by their character. I'll have to do a reset before lunch. Did you get the WoW Classic Cataclysm mount? No, I didn't even look to see what it was. Can I find it? How much money do they want for it? I don't think I'm going to get it because I didn't do the Wrath one either. I figured I'm not really planning to play that game. It's a bit extra of me to buy the collector's edition just to get cosmetics in this game. That's like an expensive shop mount at that point. Oh, it's rag? Yeah, okay, I'm good then. I sometimes regret not getting the Tuskar kite, but I'm hoping they do more colors of that eventually for Trading Post, or, you know, some kind of like a Twitch drop or something. Revalia, thank you for the 22-month resub. Another month, new things to do, but still my favorite Hazel, because I hazel you for being Hazel. Aw, shucks. For 30 for the rag mount and the Rathian Whelp pet. I feel like they've had enough money out of me lately, or, well, Battle.net balance anyway. I've done it with gold, but between the BlizzCon, I got the BlizzCon pack, and then I did the Epic War Within pre-order, and I'm like, I kind of want to be done. You know, when is it enough? I think I'm finding my own personal enough limit. If I was rich, I would buy those just for the collectibles. Cannot justify it. Yeah, I think I'm coming to realize that I like collecting stuff, but I'm never going to have all of it, and it's not important to me to get every possible, especially paid, cosmetic that's available, because it would just cost too much money to keep up with them. I don't really value the paid ones as much as I do the stuff that I earn. I like the 12, like the annual sub rewards, and I like that they give me those for an annual sub because I'm not paying extra. But I'm learning to let shop mounts and stuff pass me by, even when they're like, oh, we're going to take it off. It's limited time availability. I'm learning to just kind of let go of those and be okay with there being things that I won't have, because I have enough, and there'll always be things to do. I don't play WoW to run around and shop mounts. I play WoW, well, because I don't have anything else to do. I'm used to it. I'm set in my ways. I've been on the chair so long that I've become stuck to it. Bobby needs another yacht. As long as I can say that, I will. I think the early access thing is going to get Bobby his new boat. Have you been streaming during the day? Work 9 to 5? Yeah, this is my normal stream time slot. I stream 9 to noon Pacific, typically, Wednesday through Sunday. I'm going to do shorter streams this week, but that is my general time slot. I do post all the stream VODs on YouTube. I have a YouTube channel where I put all of the VODs up, so they are catch up onable, but if you want it live, this is the time slot. Do generally buy the Chinese New Year's mounts because I love them. Never bought another thing on the store. The thing that I'm going to have a hard time with is shop pets, is I always tend to buy the shop pets. And I haven't missed any of those. And like, I know that my mountain collection will never be complete, but my pet collection, again, will never be complete, but it'll be closer. And that's a hard thing to kind of let go of. What are those little things that you keep chasing? These are destructive weevils, and if you step on them, you get some emerald dewdrops that you can put towards this. I don't know, it's just kind of something to do while you wait for the flower. It doesn't seem like upgrading the flower satchel is really all that important. It'll give you a better chance to get the Dreamsaber mount. I've only ever gotten professional reagents. I've never gotten a battle pet from one of these guys. Any luck? Nope. Chromatic Dust X4. It's really not very much. Super Bloom event is meant to be done more than one time per week. You can do it more than that, but it seems like there's a big drop off in what you get for it. Ooh, I'm gonna get that pet. Unless something changes, I'm just gonna do it every week. Oh yeah, Papa Sap Nibbler. Yeah, so I want this one. Yeah. That's okay. This will work fine on its own. Got a battle pet in my first seed. Decent amount of mats. I got 4 chromatic dust, which you could quantify as decent. I don't know if I would. How much can I sell that for? I don't know. Something. Oh, the super bloom you mean. Yeah, that's a possibility. That's a good point. 1 HP? 1 HP! The super bark is an ability that will not reduce a pet below 1 HP. You have to be careful if they have any abilities that will reduce their own health, like a takedown. But assuming they don't have anything like that, it's a nice safe way to catch battle pets. Yeah, the cosmetics are amazing this patch. I didn't think I would get excited about them because honestly it feels a bit saturated, like I've kind of had enough cute things. You know? There's so many pets and mounts in Transmog, but gosh darn it if these new ones aren't real good. Used to do all my collecting at the end of the X-Pack. Not sure if I'm gonna have time before War Within comes out. Yeah, we'll see. I think you'll have some time. But I'm gonna try and keep up, at least on pets, as best as I can. A lot of these pets are beasts, or critters rather, I've found in the Emerald Dream, so if you're doing pet collecting, it helps to have some beast moves on the thing. Puling's an awesome name for a skunk. It's the only, Puling is the only rare pet that I've, like, found at rare quality so far. There we go, we got a full Yap Pup. Not a very good one, but something. I want that treasure, but then I do need to think about wrapping up. Besides, I can hear Mr. Moose stirring. His morning nap is coming to an end. Oh. Tailoring knowledge. Well, I was hoping I was going to get a pet from the seed things, but maybe tomorrow. There's always tomorrow. I am going to, I think, leave my character right here. I'm going to wrap up for today. I shall be back tomorrow. We're going to do pretty little, cute little itty-bitty streams this week. I'm going to try not to miss any, though. We'll see how that looks towards the weekend, but I'm going to see if I'm on track to not miss any. Appreciate you guys very much. Thank you for joining me today, and I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.